My people, welcome back to my channel once again. Thank you for always stopping by. So I am back with another recipe. Today we are going to be talking about Buka stew. Guys, you know those stews that we use to eat swallow. Okay, so for the purpose of this video, we're going to be making use of okra. You know you can always have your Buka stew with anything, but for this video, we're using okra soup and amala. All right, so I'll show you how I made this amala smooth and very soft. First of all, let me introduce you to the ingredients. So this is pomo. It's been washed and cut into pieces. So that is offals, that's shaki, you know, all those intestines, and beef. Then of course the main ingredient, which is our pepper, you know, paprika, scotch bonnet, and tomatoes. Then also ginger and garlic puree for the meat. Then palm oil, onions again, and salt to taste. So the first thing I did was to blend the pepper. I cut the pepper into pieces, you know, just because the blender is not so big and powerful. I had to cut it into small chunks like that so that it can blend. You want to always blend your Buka stew pepper to be very smooth. You want that very smooth and watery consistency. It has to be really not like watery, like you have to pour the water in the water, because of course you know tomato has water on its own, so you need just little water, but at the same time you want it smooth, very smooth and watery. So that's the consistency, guys. You can see. So after blending everything, that's the consistency. If you can even make it smoother than this, it would be nice, you know, but my blender couldn't carry it. So the next thing I did was to cut my okra. I prepared the okra, you know, while that one is waiting. I decided to cut the okra and also blend. You know, life is just easier with these gadgets, isn't it? It's like you don't have to stress yourself, but you can always grate if you want. But I chose to blend the okra.
Yeah. You know. You are not the one, you're not even my crush.
So after blending, I poured it into
you must stop, but you barely.
So let's go back to our meat now. The first thing I did was to wash the meat properly and then transfer it into a pot, and then I blanched it. What I mean by blanching is before adding all that ingredients,
said that I couldn't do better, but we both know that you lie. I write niggas twice your size. They know how to treat me right. You know that I'm your leader, so fall back in line. When you play these games, you
so after steaming for about 10 minutes, you can see the dead floating, guys.
You're never safe.
So you want to sieve out the water and then wash it again and put it back on the stove. This time around, you're going to add your pomo and then season it properly.
But
now
this is when you're going to season it properly.
After steaming for a while, taking out the head, you're going to put it back on fire.
Didn't mean to gas you up, you switched up so fast.
So I added onions, I added ginger puree. I always love ginger in local soups.
No regrets. Getting really good at
garnish my
I just wanna have a good
time.
See, I stay away from drama, strong believer in karma.
And then seasoned cubes. I love Maggi Nigerian, you know, for soup.
When you come to your senses and realize what you're
fried rice, you know those continental foods, I can use all that. But as for local
when you play these games, you get replaced.
This is not a paid advert.
Baby, you should know.
Yeah,
you're
so
never safe. When you play these games, you get replaced. Baby, you should know. You're never safe. When you play these games, you get replaced. Baby, you should know. You're never safe. When you play these games, you get replaced. Baby, you should know. You're never safe.
She was trying to mix everything up, just so the ingredients circulate properly. So I allowed it to cook for almost 30 minutes. With offals, with shaki especially, you have to take your time. If you have a pressure pot, it's better to use a pressure pot. It cooks faster. So while waiting for the meat to cook, I decided to go ahead and prepare the okra. The first thing I did was to add water into a pot. Then I added iru, locust beans, and allowed it boil. After which I added the blended okra into it. So this one is like the simplest thing of everything. It's almost like nothing. You're just going to boil water, add iru, and then add your okra, add salt, and you're good to go. So when you do that, you stir it, keep stirring it, just so it doesn't foam up. So after doing that, iru already has salt on it. So you want to be careful with salt. So I added little salt and then allowed it cook for almost 5 minutes again. And then I removed it from the stove. So that one is done. We are done with that. So the next thing is to check on our meat again. This is like after 30 minutes. So I decided to remove the pomo. At this point, the pomo was already soft. You don't want the pomo too soft because it's going to vanish. So you can't allow it to cook together with the shaki and everything. It's just going to, it will be too soft. So you want to remove the pomo while the remaining meats and other proteins are still cooking. So I removed the pomo from the other ones and then allowed them continue cooking. Shaki can be very tough. So you want to take your time. So you want it very, very soft. I mean like fork tender. So at this point, the meat was ready. So in another empty pot, I poured in 2 cups of palm oil. And then allow it heat up. We're not bleaching the oil. We're just going to allow it heat up. And then we pour in the pepper. You're just going to pour in the pepper directly into the oil. We're not bleaching the oil, but at the same time, allow it get very hot. Yeah, so I poured in the pepper into the oil and then allow it to cook slowly. Please put your heater or cooker or whatever it is on low heat. You want it to cook slowly. You don't want it to burn or fry. You just want it to cook slowly. So at this point, you can see it's already changing look. It's already cooking. It's getting firmer and thicker. So after 10 minutes, I poured in the meat. Just after 10 minutes, I poured in the meat. At this point, you can see the look is already getting better. So I didn't put the meat right from the beginning. I let it cook a little bit and then I poured in the meat. At this point, the pepper wasn't ready. It's not like the stew is ready or anything. It's just half cooked. So I poured in the meat just so everything cooks together from the start. Just everything incorporates inside the meat and simmers together. Do you get? So at this point, I poured in everything, both the pomo, the shaki, the beef, everything. You just want to put everything into it just so it cooks together. So I added seasoning cubes. I added 2 seasoning cubes and allowed it to cook again. I also added salt.
Am I enough for me? Am I too much for you? How to forgive myself, everything that he put me through. I had to learn the hard.
So I added salt. I added 1 tablespoon of salt. After which I added stock water. The stock water from the meat. So I added 2 cups of that into the meat. So after adding these things, that is all, guys. You don't need any other ingredient. You don't need curry. You don't need thyme. Those things just give it this flavor. It's not going to be natural, okay? So you want a local taste. So you don't need curry or thyme or any of those things. Guys, you can see the water is reducing. Look at these guys. Just look at it. I mean, those women have nothing on us, right? It's done now. You can see it's ready. So the next thing we want to do is to prepare our amala. After all, our soup is ready. Our stew is ready. So I put water into an empty pot and put it on fire. So I like to oil my scoop pan, you know, just to make it greasy and easy to scoop. So I added little oil to it and rubbed it on it and put it in water, you know, just to make the amala easy. Guys, look at our stew is ready. You can see the water is dried, it's reduced now, and the consistency is looking nice. Look at our okra as well, it's also ready, and we're just going to wait for the amala, and then we eat. So the water is boiled now, you can see. So we're going to take away a little water from it because it's still going to come back to it later. So you want to remove water from it, and then you are still going to put it back later to soften it. So the next thing you want to do is to keep adding the powder slowly into the water. You know, just slowly to give you that consistency that you need for the amala, because the more you add, the more it becomes thick. So you want to be very careful so it's not too thick. So that is it, guys. Look at me just turning it. You just glossy and trying to keep it concealed. Oh mama, I want it, just let it fall off. If you tell me that you want it, baby, it's a done deal. Oh mama, I want it, oh. Why you acting like you gotta wait? So we're not going to remove it from the stove. You want to keep turning it while it's still on fire, guys, because that's the rule for abala. You can't remove it from the fire. It has to be on fire. So that is it, guys. That's the first round. So after doing that, you have to have a nice consistency. You're still going to leave it on fire. You remember the water we removed earlier from it. So now we are going to put it back into it and then allow it to cook for 10 minutes. Allow the amala cook for 10 minutes. So this is after 10 minutes now. Still, you're not going to remove it from the fire. You're still going to continue turning it while it's still on fire. You can see, guys, I added the water to soften it a little bit. Just look at this. It's looking so nice. In a G-Cal, I just wanna see you with a spot round. Hey, you ain't gotta tag me, I can meet an arm in the background, babe. And I know when you're working as a hostess, they be tryna let you out late. But how late? Cause I'll be at the next place calling a date. Okay. And I know you think you're still on the low, but I heard how you feel from everybody you know. Oh, you just glossy and tryna keep it concealed. Oh mama, I want it, just let it fall. If you tell me that you want it, baby, it's a done deal. Oh mama, I want it, oh. How you scared to make a plan? So that's it, that's all to eat. One secret about amala is just the stirring. You just have to keep stirring. You know, that's just it, because the more you stir, the softer it becomes. There is really nothing special to eat than just stirring till it becomes soft. And it gives you that soft, smooth consistency that you want. So that's it. That's me serving. Like, I mean, I just love this texture. Just look at it, guys. It's so smooth, so silk, so smooth, so soft. Like, I mean, SSS. Look at the rhymes. Smooth, silk, and soft, guys. So that's the okra, and of course our Buka stew, which is also ready, and everything is ready and delicious and yummy. I mean, those women, those local women, those Yaduni and co, have nothing on us, right? And let me know if you're going to try this recipe in your kitchen. Let me know if this video has been helpful. Thank you so much, guys, for always stopping by. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. It means a lot to me, guys. Thank you so much. If you're new, if this is your first time of hearing my voice, you are in the right place. Thank you for stopping by. And please subscribe to my channel if you like content like this. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. To my subscribers, guys, thank you for always stopping. Thank you for always coming back. Thank you for always coming whenever you get notified. Thank you so much. If you are new, please click on the subscribe button and also click on the notification bell. Till I see you guys again next time. Take care and bye-bye. God bless you.